Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm excited to announce the release of our brand new and highly anticipated Dragon Blood line. This is a line, this is only 4 of them. I have 13 different colors, but this is a line of borosilicate-based liquid color shifting add-in. So let's go ahead and hit the desk and I'll explain what we got going on. Okay, so as I mentioned, today I am officially announcing the release of our Dragon Blood borosilicate-based liquid color shift. This is an add-in for all of you bait makers out there. My hope, they are listed on the website right now, but my hope is that you'll watch this video first and then go order some. So I've got 13 colors. Here's just 4. Here's the 4 we're actually going to do today, and you can kind of see on the bottom, just the basic color. Like this is a green-ish shift. This is kind of an amberish shift, kind of like a purple and kind of like a red here. They all have different names and numbers. I will do my best to, just say, hey, this is what number this is, and this is what the name is. They will be listed on the website, name and number, alongside a picture of the bait. So since I have 13 of these colors, I'm not going to do all 13 at all. I think I'll just do like groups of 4, probably make 2 videos out of this. So like this will be the first group, then we'll do the second group in a different video. The rest are just going to be listed. I don't really see a need to do a video on every single color. Once you guys see how these function, I think that you'll really see that it will work out good. The bait that we're going to be using today is our Fatback Shad. With these color shifts and these pigments, these borosilicates, it's better to use like a thicker-bodied bait. That kind of enables you to be able to see it a little bit better. And these are the expensive borosilicate powder, right? We sell it as nano-shift. There's a whole bunch of other knockoff companies out there, more expensive options, whatever. So we sell it as nano-shift. This is basically crushed up glass, and because of that, it reflects the light so much better when you're looking at baits and everything. The light just catches it, and I mean, you can even see here, as I move it around, this is just, shop light, right? This is like a green-purple kind of shift, right? And that's just through the glass. So when you see these in baits, the light hits it as it's swimming or whatever, and it kind of just adds the shimmer that color shifts, makes it look really cool. So the whole idea is that these is that same supposedly expensive borosilicate powder, and we have taken it and liquidized it and put it into these 1-ounce jars now, or containers. Now I know that 1 ounce doesn't seem like a whole bunch, but when you get into the amount that you actually need to use to kind of see this shift, it's way less than you would think. I mean, even when you're using the powder, I mean, you can use, like a 1/16 of a teaspoon, or like an 1/8, I guess, if you really wanted like a huge shift. But you don't have to use a whole bunch in order to actually get the effect. And with these, it's the same sort of deal. You can, add a couple drops, shift it one way or the other. Cool thing with these is that you can add drops of different colors. If you wanted it like more purple with like kind of a reddy tinge to it, right? You could like add these two together. Liquid, there's advantages for both. If you're an injection bait maker, you want liquid. Okay, my camera battery died while I was filming that last statement, and then I went and filmed the entire video, and then on the playback I realized that this one little section was missing, so here I am refilming it, and that's why these are seemingly empty, which they are. All I was going to say is that there's advantages and disadvantages to both the powder and the liquid. If you're an injection bait maker like myself, you probably want the liquid. It disperses a little bit more evenly throughout the baits. If you're doing open pours, though, The powder, a lot of times you can like put it on a cotton swab and like dab it if you're doing skin pores or whatever, and get it in very precise locations. So advantages and disadvantages, but here we go. We will move into our first color. Okay, we are back. We've got our plastic ready. I already added a couple drops of pearl. First one up is going to be Aurora Ma, and this is GC311. I don't know if you guys can see that. There you go. So like I said, we're just going to throw some in there. Did not measure at all. And I don't know if this is showing up on the camera, but we've got basically a very red tinged cup of plastic. You'll notice I just put a little bit out on the mat. As you can see, even as we zoom in, it's very difficult to see the red and the clear, and you can obviously see on the black a little bit better. But that's why I was saying these typically don't show up very well on just clear backgrounds. So I'll add a little bit more in. And I think you can see that it's very rose hued. So kind of get a little bit of red shimmer, a little bit of rose. So we'll go ahead and shoot this first one just like this. And then we will be right back for the demold on this one. Okay, we are back. This is off the end of the sprue. Like I said, kind of a tinge, you can kind of see as I rotate it and the light hits it, of red sparkly highlight. Come on, camera, focus. So, let's go ahead and open the mold. And at first, what appears to be a very clear bait, if we come a little bit closer, you'll see that as I rotate it, it just has that red shimmer. Trying to give you guys different backgrounds to see it against, so that way you can kind of see the shimmer there. And in the tail, I'm not sure that you can see that. Maybe you can. But it's just basically a very red shimmer. It's very similar to highlight powder. So in a clear bait, you know, it's like if you wanted to do like red shad or pro blue is a good one. You could add some of this to the belly, and not only would you get the highlight effect, but you'd also get this little red shimmer effect. So next, we are going to dump in some black, and we're going to shoot the same mold again with the same color, and we'll see what we got. I wanted to show you, I went back and just added the entire bottle. You know, I'm obviously working with a manufacturer to have these made, so these mean almost nothing to me as far as, you know, just using a lot. But there's that old saying about rose-colored glasses, right? And this is very much it. So very, very rose-colored. You can see red and pink in there and a little bit of purple. And I reshot it, actually. I'll show it here before we add the black. Okay, we are back. We are ready for our black. We're going to do 3 drops. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to mix it in and you can see, we have a very kind of like a smoke fuchsia, I guess, or smoke pink. And the black just gives it a backer. But you can see now, I can see pinks, I can see reds, I can see purples. So let's go ahead and shoot this. And then we will be back for the demold on this. Okay, we are back. Let's go ahead and demold this. Whew. I think this would make an excellent top for like a laminate, like some kind of, I don't know, let's say like a smoke shad or something. But you can see, obviously it's tinted a little bit. The black gives it a good backer so that it has something, but you can see much more clearly the effect there. And here is the one that I went back and redid. So still clear bait, just a little bit better so it shows up on camera. And then here's the one with the black backer. So let's move on to our next color. Okay, our next color, GC308 Nether Flare, bluish purple. There you go. And if we've learned anything from our last experiment, it is just use the whole bottle, right? No, in reality, I'm going to use the whole bottle. Although with this one, probably not necessary. You would never use this much in any normal application. I am using this much so that you can see on the camera the effect in the clear plastisol. But never, never, never would you need to use this much to achieve this kind of effect. Never in a million years. Alright, so there we go. Kind of a brown purple. There's actually a color called Nightcrawler from Loreworks. Kind of looks like that. Brown, purple, blue. So let's go ahead and get this mold shot, and we'll see what we get. Okay, we are back. Let's go ahead and demold this. I fully expect to get all sorts of wild Facebook messages. Oh, you squirted the whole bottle in there. And it's funny, actually, the other day someone Facebook messaged me, and it started with, according to my research, and then proceeded to tell me that 1 cc was actually 37.529648731 drops of out of drops versus like a cc. And man, all I got to say is if the statement starts with according to my research, you pretty much know that that person stays in their mom's basement, eats Hot Pockets all the time, probably has Cheeto stained fingers, and probably just needs to go outside and see what the sun feels like. So anyway, here we go. Blue purple, very nice. Very earthworm color, if you're familiar with that Loreworks color. And we will be right back. We're going to add some black to this. Okay, we are back. We're going to add our 3 drops of black. And mix it up for you. very nebula color. This might actually be probably a good top for, there's a color called gooseberry, and it's basically black on one side and then purple on the top. So let's go ahead and get this shot, see what we get, and then we will be back for the demold. Okay, we are back. I really like how this turned out. I see lots of purple, I see small flecks of blue. You guys probably see blue. I don't know if you see any purple. But alright, on to our next color. Okay, we're back. Our next color is GC310 Gilded Fang. And I went with, for brevity's sake, I saved everyone some time. And this is what it looks like. Nice gold green. I'll tell you what, I think some of these colors would make just incredible laminates. Okay, and we will be right back for the demold on this one. Okay, we are back. Woo! I like this one. Super shiny. If you were to take a bunch of copper flake and put it in here, I imagine this would be, like just in clear plastic, I imagine this is what it would look like. Copper gold green shift. And we're going to dump some black in it. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Here's our 3 drops of black. Honestly, I think you could probably do even less, but ooh, I like that. That's like a gold to green. Let's go ahead and get this mold shot. And we'll be right back. Okay, we are back. And here is the demold on this one. Oh boy, I like this one. It's like a gold to green. A little bit of blue, maybe? Maybe that's just the black backer. There's a little bit of green you can see. And again, I already know that I'm going to have 1,000 Facebook messages. Oh, you shouldn't have to use the entire bottle. Yes, we get it. Go somewhere else, math nerd. Go calculate the force of gravity somewhere else. This is purely just because to show it up on the camera. Again, you'll never use this total amount. You will never squirt the entire bottle in to get this effect. Alright, we got one more color to do in this video, and then we got some, I'm going to go turn these on the website, and we are going to be doing a holiday sale, but if I'm being... Okay, as I was saying, camera died again, I need some new batteries for this thing or something. We will be doing a holiday sale in December, but to be perfectly honest with you, I don't know that these are going to last the entire, all the way to December. So we'll just see. I mean, I have stock, but you know, it's not like I have that much stock, right? So we'll just see what happens. But there will be a holiday sale in December. Okay, our next color is GC312 Mir Fang, and as before, I saved everyone the trouble. This is a gold to green shift with a little bit of blue in there somehow. So let's go ahead and get this shot. And we will be right back for the reveal on this. Okay, we're back. Let's look at the demold of this one. Ooh, I like that. Like a coppery rose to green. I see some yellow in there also. There it is against the silver background. So let's go ahead and load it up with some black, and this will be our last color, and we might do a last look. Okay, we're back. Let's go ahead and add 3 drops of black. And I gotta say, green and black is probably one of my favorite color combinations. Ooh. Oh, that looks awesome. Very cosmic. Green and black swirl there. And let's go ahead and get this shot. And we'll be right back for the demold. Okay, we are back. Ooh, I like this. Like I said, black and green, that's like... I actually saw a video that said that bass specifically don't see blue, they see it as a shade of green. But I think this would make an awesome laminate color. So we'll be right back for last look. Okay, this is last look. These are all the baits we shot in the order that we shot them. First we had GC311 Aura Maw in the clear color, very red highlight with the black. Of course, now we get some purples coming out. Next we had GC308 Nether Flare, very earthworm colored tone here. And then of course blues and purples coming out with the black. Next we had GC310 Gilded Fang, very gold copper highlight with the clear, and then kind of a darker green gold-ish shift with the black. And then last but not least we had GC312, which is Mir Fang, and that is a very green highlight, of course then followed by a very UFO looking green against black. So like I said, these will be listed on the website once this video is released, and if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments.